Hi, this is Belinda Calibriali, and this is Talking High Performance with Belle. So I'm making this podcast for people who want to live their best life, people who know that there's more in them, but they just don't know how to get it. So there's a gap, something's missing, I'm making it for them.
Welcome to another episode of Talking High Performance with Belle. And as we wrap up Reflection Month, in the middle of the holiday season, I thought there's no better time to talk about building a life of meaning than to talk about it from a holistic point of view. And up until a few years ago, I never really thought about this, like building a real life of meaning. And I think many of us don't. Like for myself, I knew, sure, I wanted to get married, I wanted to have kids, I wanted to be comfortable, but I never really went into the details of that. It was more just a really big overall picture. And I think it was more because that's just what you do for a lot of us. So that's how I approached it in the past. And I want to talk to you today about what does a holistic life look like? Like, what is the essence? And to kick it off, I want to talk about holistic living and what exactly does it mean and why should you consider it in the pursuit of a high performance life. And this is both personally and professionally. And when we talk about high performance, and this is one of the reasons that caused me to get into this industry, it's all about how do you live a life that you're passionate about and you're thriving personally and professionally. And to me, that's really exciting because there's no point having a good or a great professional life, but at home things are really imbalanced and you're really struggling. But if you can have a life where, you know, you can hold all the balls in the air and hold them pretty effortlessly, it's pretty special. And I absolutely believe that anybody can achieve that and find that fulfillment and that joy and purpose. And that's what holistic living is all about. How do you create that balance in a way that feels good to you? So it leads me into my next point. Why would anyone want to design a life that is holistic? And when it comes to many of my coaching clients, they come for one of two reasons. They either want to improve their work, to get that promotion, to build that confidence, to have those difficult conversations, or to be more productive, whatever it is. And quite often when I talk to them about high performance, I go, yes, that's great, we can do that. But it's also, how do we make your life at home better? How do we make your life structured so that you can enjoy your hobbies and things? They've never really thought about it. So they haven't specifically gotten to the point where, I can, thrive in my professional career, but I can also feel really good personally. Wow, that sounds kind of cool. And then there's the other side, the side that comes to feel more purposeful, to be more fulfilled, to be more engaged in their day-to-day, to be happier in their relationships. And quite often they've done that, but they haven't really thought about their professional career. So they haven't really thought about, I want to feel great at home. But my work life, I'm just happy for that to stay the same. Whereas when you talk to them about raising both, that's really exciting. And that's something, or that's a part of the job that I really love. It's about designing a life, and it's different for everybody and the balance is different, but designing their life by design where they're in control of what they're doing, they're in control of the outcomes, and they're creating that balance. And it's really, really, it's something that I'm really passionate about. So when we talk about the holistic approach, I want to talk about luck versus planning. Is achieving a holistic life a matter of luck, or is it about meticulous planning and the structures that you implement? And again, this comes down to reflection and being really intentional and purposeful in designing the life that you desire. So sure, sometimes you become lucky, and something in a particular area just works out. It could be your friend has recommended you for a job role and you love it. Or it could be that you opened your emails and there was an invite to join a Friday morning yoga class and you've wanted to start yoga and you go and you meet some friends. Sure, so there's a bit of luck. But overall, the majority isn't luck. To get you living that successful, engaged, confident life, there's work that needs to be done behind the scenes. And this is the part that people, I find, too often shy away from. So they want the life. They don't necessarily want to do the work that gets them the life. And so it's that planning, that deliberate and purposeful action that takes shape that really helps to do this, that really helps to create that holistic lifestyle and to set those goals and to be intentional. And if I relate this to myself, I'm really conscious that I don't want to go through life and I don't want it to take me by. It's important for me to plan and to create outcomes based on work that I've put in. And for me, it can become really easy to be consumed in a work task because I just love it. But I also know the importance of connection with friends and exercise and, how I feel after I especially play tennis. And so I need to block out time for myself to do that because I know otherwise I can just get too consumed. So for some people, it might be blocking out time professionally to reach a certain goal or to be more structured. For myself, it's the other way. I need to block time on a personal level to increase my emotional and mental well-being and my energy levels because I know that's going to accelerate me forward. And I'm really conscious of that. And I'm also really conscious that I want to set up a legacy for my family, a legacy in the coaching industry for years to come that can show that it doesn't matter what you have going on in your life. You can be a successful business owner, you can be a successful coach, and you can have that all whilst maintaining a really good home life with kids, with family, with partner, and have really good friendships along the way. And also, have kids that you can grow up and watch them thrive and watch them really kick their goals. So I'm really conscious of the legacy that I want to create, and that really helps propel the decisions that I make and really helps me to live that holistic life. So as we approach 2024 and we end reflection month, I want to reflect on the aspects of your life, and I want you to determine what's working well and also what needs improvement when it comes to living that holistic life. And I want to take a closer look with you at a couple of areas and how you can look at this more holistically. And I want to ask you a couple of questions under each of these areas. And we're just choosing 4 areas today, but you can do this with any part of your life. So let's start with your health. So if we talk about your health, are you taking proactive steps to maintain not only your physical health, but also your mental and emotional well-being? And do you feel a sense of balance when it comes to different aspects of your health? That's the first part. So you could be really good physically, but mentally you're not so great. Or you could be really good mentally, but then emotionally you're not very stable. So it's about balancing those different parts and working out, okay, this is good. How can I maximize all the different areas? The next area is career. So is your career aligned with your passion and values? So does it offer you opportunities for growth and a sense of purpose? But also, if we look at it holistically, do you get the work-life balance that you need? So that's the second part when it comes to career. The third part is all about yourself. So do you regularly engage in activities which involve self-reflection, self-care, and self-improvement? So if you were to do that, would the actions that you take be the same as what they are now? And that's taking that holistic approach, like where is there opportunity to grow? Are you balanced, or is there an opportunity to improve that a little bit? And then lastly, hobbies. Do you make time for hobbies that you really enjoy, that you know will lead you to feeling more purposeful, to lead you to being more productive? So for myself, it's tennis, and that's planning that weekly in a time that really works well for me, because I know the feeling that when I finish that, how much I love it, also how much more fitness, how I need to improve my fitness, but it really helps me to go, okay, I really love this, and this makes me a better person, and this makes me more fulfilled. So think about your life and go, okay, what are the hobbies that I would like to do? Am I doing them? Yes or no? And you may go, I don't have time. But if you were to create that time, how would your life change on the other side? So how would you feel? And what benefits would it have moving forward? So thanks for joining me today, where we spoke about holistic living and building a life of meaning. And as we conclude today's episode and the end of the month, I want you to remember that designing a holistic life is about the intentional choices that we make, the ongoing reflection, and the balance that we create for our own lives. So I encourage you to think about, what did life look like in 2023? And what can you do differently in 2024 to create that holistic life and one of meaning? So I hope you enjoyed Reflection Month and got some useful tips. And I look forward to chatting to you next year, where we begin Reset Month. So until then, live a successful, purposeful, and fully charged life every day. Your coach, Belle.